Alright guys, well today we are working on the Volvo here with the Cummins ISX. This is a CM870 ISX, and got a little problem with the Jake brakes. They're kind of working intermittently, and I went ahead and pulled the valve cover off to see if I could find any issues with the wire, and I believe I found the problem. I just got to figure out how to fix it now. Being as how it's inside the valve cover, and you know, I'm sure electrical tape's not going to stay. It's just going to get sticky and messy and fall off and go down in the engine, which we don't want. So I've got to figure out a decent way to fix the wiring harness there, and haven't quite figured out a good way to do it yet. Really could use a new wiring harness probably. These things get old and brittle, and then you run into issues. But the issue is, looks like to me right here, I've bent this down. It was sticking up a little bit higher. This is your wire right here, and you can see that's also been rubbing on that rocker arm. And anyway, this is where your wire comes in from your truck connector here to go into the Jake brake harness. And on this particular engine, there's two solenoids. You got one right here in the back. You probably can't see very well. There's one right here. You can actually check the mechanical function of these solenoids by pushing down on this little pin right here in the middle, and that actuates the solenoid manually. But the electrical wires is what goes to those, and that actuates the rocker arms here for your Jake brakes right there. And anyway, so what it was doing, I was losing about half of my Jake brakes. I could hear it cut out and kind of cut back in, and what appeared to be happening is this right here was pushed up, and I don't know if you can see, the lighting's not real good probably on this GoPro, but there's a spot worn in this wire right here where this was on top of this, and the valve cover was rubbing against it. As I say, I've bent this down some already, but that was evidently shorting out like that. So I've got to figure out something I can put on here to fix this. I don't know if I could cut this and put a butt splice in it. I don't think I even have a butt splice. Make it cut it and slip some heat shrink on there or something. I'm not sure. I need something that's oil resistant, so I'm gonna have to study this for a minute. But I've got to cut and get all these little frayed things here off. I don't want none of those little hairs off of this wiring harness to drop down in the engine. That's not ideal. But I need to figure out how to protect that there, and this really needs to be somewhere where it's not rubbing on top of that rocker arm right there somehow. But that's kind of where it naturally wants to lay, it appears. I don't know. I'll have to look at it a little bit more, but that's what the issue is. So if you've got an ISX that when you got the Jake brakes on and you can hear it, you know, alternating between cylinders, whatever, that's probably the first thing you should check, is pull your valve cover off and look and see, you know, if you have any damaged wiring going to the solenoids here, and then you can, as I say, take something and stick on the top of those solenoids and check the mechanical function and make sure all that's working like it's supposed to. So let me see what I can figure out on how to repair this without replacing this wiring harness, because I don't have one. Alright guys, so this is what I've come up with so far. I think that's going to work. I've got a piece of DOT airline right there that I had, and I took a razor blade like this and I split it down the middle, and I tried to be careful and not cut my fingers off, because it's kind of dangerous to do that. But that's what I did. I split it here, then I took a heat gun and heated it as I tried to spread it open to soften it up so that I could get it to go over this wire. I did not put any kind of different connector. The wire's still good, it's just the insulation was rubbed off there. I didn't want to put any kind of tape or anything on it because I was afraid it might come off inside and you know, get down in something and get somewhere where it shouldn't be. And so I didn't want to take that chance. This DOT airline tubing had pretty resilient stuff, and that's the reason they use it for the air brakes, which is pretty important. Volvo also uses this for fuel line, so it should be oil and fuel resistant with no problems there for a long time to come. And so that should kind of keep this over some kind of way. I had to get it routed just like I want it there, but try to get it where this is not rubbing on anything is what I'm trying to do here. And I may can actually heat that up and form it just a little bit more to get kind of what I'm looking for there. But put a couple zip ties on it to hold it together. After I got it wrapped around there, I heated it again, let it kind of form itself around that wire, and then put the zip ties on it. Alright, so I think I've got that kind of set like I want it. Hopefully that won't rub anything when I set the valve cover on there. I'm going to start this thing up and make sure everything looks okay with it sitting there idling. And I'll actuate them solenoids there like I was talking about, show you how to do the mechanical check on it, make sure everything's functioning like it's supposed to. And then we'll go ahead and put the valve cover back on it. Like I say, actuating that solenoid manually does not tell you if the wiring harness is any good or anything like that. It's just checking the mechanical function of the oil passages and whatnot in there. So you kind of see how that works whenever I punch the button in on these solenoids, that these three rockers here are there and there and there. The ones that's got these caps on the end of them, that's for your jakes. And I got oil everywhere. I'm going to have to wipe down and clean up there. You're going to get oil everywhere if you run it like that, especially very long, or if you rivet up, it will put oil everywhere. Kind of get that wiped up a little bit, and try not to get none of that dirt down in the engine. Then put the valve cover back on it and see if our wiring fixed there, it's going to work electrically. I believe it will, because it was working sometimes anyway. Sometimes it wouldn't. Alright, got the valve cover back on there. Well, sounds like everything's working like it should. I shut it back off there. I'm going to check the oil in it. And I'm not far from needing to change this fuel filter right here. I need to wash this thing. That was kind of on my to-do list today, but I got to messing with this here instead. And it's not too long before dark, so it looks like the wash job's going to have to wait another day or two. So anyway, I'm going to let this oil drain back down, and we'll check the oil in this thing, and then I'm on call it a day, I believe. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next video.